Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Adam Friedland Show. Special guest, Connecticut's favorite son, JP McDade.
Thank you very much.
He's here to, he wants to promote his, I invited you to promote, yeah.
He wants to. He begged and pleaded to promote his comedy special.
He gave head to a roadie.
It's funny. I get texts from comics all the time, and they're like, "Hey, I'm promoting my special. If I could come on the show," which anybody can come on the show whenever they want. But it's like the promoting. It's a given now.
JP McDade live in Brooklyn.
Is there anybody that doesn't
on Stav's channel?
Just in Brooklyn, on Stav's channel.
In Brooklyn.
You got it.
Why didn't you do live?
I had this whole justification for it, and now I can't remember. I think it was because I developed a lot of the material in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, hey, my family's from here.
Your team spent a lot of time making that decision.
Yeah, my writing
You
team.
had lawyers.
The writer's room was in Brooklyn that developed the material for this special.
You have a lot of Lampoon guys.
A lot of Lampoon.
Jewish sexual predators, 97 years old.
Yeah, we're paying him only like $125K a year.
Yeah.
To come up with my material, but
I wrote on Sanford and Son.
yes, you're high.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just basically worked with my choreography coach in Manhattan.
Oh yeah, you do a lot of body work. You use the space a lot in the special.
Yeah, there's a lot of dance.
Yeah. What's your main influence? Hip hop, or is it more of a classical Bolshoi ballet kind of thing?
Yeah, no, I first fell in love with Baryshnikov, and then from there it was Greg Proops. So then decided to merge.
That's another guy where it's like
that's another guy.
It's got to suck to be him now.
Proops, what's Proops up to?
I feel like he's covered in newspapers that have just fecal stains on them, and he's like, just reading the news. Just love the fucking news, dude.
I always quote one thing that he used to do, on one premium blend or something he did. He
yeah,
told
not Logic Train.
Logic Train. Yes.
Oh man, awful.
Rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your name
he's
sounds
welcome to
like
come on the show if he
Yeah.
wants. Yeah.
Greg.
Come on the show.
Does he have a special called Greg Proops: His Pants?
Yeah. That was that
It's
one
like
was
Bill Cosby himself.
Yeah.
Like Greg Proops his pants.
Greg Proops his pants.
Cosby's out of jail. Is that right?
Yeah, he's a free man.
Is he doing podcasts or?
He's got to be doing something.
He has to be getting back out there. He's
Yeah.
got to get his life back. Now that society got that one
No,
wrong,
it's more like we need him.
and he was vindicated 100%.
We need his.
Yeah.
A clerical error in the trial made him completely innocent of anything.
It'd be
Yeah,
funny
it was like a procedural thing, right?
Yeah, was it like they used
chain of
evidence?
custody?
They used evidence from a civil case in his criminal trial, and they weren't supposed to do that.
Nice.
So,
nice.
It's how do you fuck that up?
yeah, right.
They're completely different cases. It's not like because I would imagine it's like the district attorney's case that fell apart, right?
I think so. Yeah, seems
And-
like day one stuff.
You're right, but it's like they don't. It's not like they have those files in their office.
Right. It's from a
They didn't
different-
handle. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it wasn't turned over to them.
Yeah. Well, now that he's been vindicated 100% in the eyes of the law, he's also welcome to come on. It'd be funny if you want to kill Tony or something. Yeah. He's just getting back out there, doing the circuit. He went on fucking Fighter and the Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing the pods.
Did anyone ever tell him to pull up his pants?
Damn.
Wow.
Because that seems to be the problem. Is he kept pulling his pants?
No, he was a through the zipper guy.
That's the
okay.
essence of.
That's
comedy,
how he got
is
away
that-
with
is that inversion of perspectives.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, I assaulted so many women, but I never sagged while doing
Right.
it. Yeah. I think he's a bad guy, personally. JP is, we were saying before the show, you think.
Jury's out.
You
You know, I'm waiting to see.
you think
I'm waiting to hear the full story.
yeah.
It'll depend on his next special. Then I'll reach a verdict.
If I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. OJ, famously, another criminal that was released. Or no, he wasn't released. He was vindicated in the eyes of the law. He moved to Vegas, and we would see him around afterwards.
That rocks.
And he always had a bag man with him. So
Interesting.
he made money, I think, from signing pictures of himself, and then his friend would get paid for it. And then
That might be the next phase of the comedy boom. Is just we sell memorabilia. Comics are just selling autographs at big conventions and stuff.
yeah, but you need to get your boy to hold the money.
Right.
You think people would go to conventions?
I think they will.
I feel like we've exploited the comedy fan base Like maybe too much.
When we were in Melbourne, though, you, me, and Stav, it was like a Comic-Con. There were like Knicks there. There were Stavs there. There was like Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah, but we did a show. I mean,
Yeah, but they were like gay guys, and they're like, I've always
I'm
identified with you.
I'm dressed as Kamitsa Gordon.
I have a small earring like you. My friends say I'm a figgot. Like, yeah. They were like, Adidas tracksuit guys were Nick with mustaches. It was kind of a little bit shocking. I also accidentally stood up to racism on that show, if you remember.
I don't remember.
There was someone was talking during the
I
set.
remember farting in your face probably 10 times.
That
in
was
a row.
that was. I think it was more than
rapid
10
fire?
times.
No, I
Just
just I kept
or-
getting them. I would do
Yeah.
it. I would
In the
stand.
green room.
I would stand. I would pretend like I was doing something, and then he'd be sitting down, and I'd be like, "Oh, there's wires I gotta plug in over
Yeah.
here," and then just rip one like inches from his face.
Point blank.
Yeah, right. And then
Like
And
in
then-
GoldenEye when you're screen looking in
Yeah,
multiplayer,
right,
you see
yeah.
like
Yeah.
he's about to turn a corner. Pow!
It
right.
seemed like they
So I
were
would do
having a lot
that.
of fun with that.
I would do
Yeah.
that, and then we'd laugh about it and be like, come on. And then maybe 15 minutes later, just I'd find a different way, and I got him every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, can you sit with me like in the editing bay real quick?
Mhm.
Just like look at this one thing.
Yeah.
And just like, hang on, I'm gonna get a coffee and just like stand up and whack.
Right. I was like a spider with it, dude.
And
I
none of this
coming
was
down from
recorded.
the Ceiling. No.
No, we weren't
The
doing
best
like,
things
that
in
kind of
life aren't
It
thing.
was all for
recorded.
love of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of comics, like, they post content of hanging out.
Maybe that's why
having
you stood up to
beer.
racism, because you were gassed.
Yeah.
Well,
You had just been.
I couldn't understand what the guy was saying.
You were hit with the
And
truth
then-
serum.
Yeah.
And then I got DMs and stuff, and there was like on Reddit, like,
You
good
went-
for
you
Adam
went
for
on stage
standing up to racism.
high on methane.
Yeah, someone
Oh,
was
he said the A slur.
yeah, he was saying the
in
A slur,
Australia.
and
The little known A slur.
It was just gibberish to me. I was like, I thought it was a heckle.
And the A
Yeah.
slur is not the word. Aboriginals is fine, or can you not say that?
I think you can
L
say
you can
Aboriginals.
say, yeah, Aboriginal you can say. The Y one you can't say.
No, the
Aborigina?
super shortened one.
Well, that's the worst one. But
Yeah.
even, I think in America we're taught Aborigine, and that's also
Yeah.
not cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's more like the colloquial. That's you can say that like there's the usted form and the to form.
I think it's
And when
the
you talk
soft
to them, you
A,
can just be like-
soft A version.
Yeah, that's the
They
soft
can
A.
say it to their friends, but
Yeah.
we can't. We
You have
can't
to earn that card.
Yeah, you have to go to the Council of Elders.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Ayers Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you see the new Mad Max movie, the girl one?
Not
I
yet.
did.
I watched it.
It was good.
Is it on 4K Blu-ray yet?
I watched it. I rented it in 4K, but I don't know if that's.
Yeah, but you need the Blu-ray, because the Blu-ray has the 7.1 sound.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your physical media.
4K is just resolution. When Apple tells you, the movie's in 4K, that's not
You're
the
a
same as
sucker.
Movies that were recorded in 4K.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. I mean, it's delivered in 4K too.
Yeah.
But you're losing color information. You're not getting the soundscape. Some of them
Blu-rays
have the right sound
might
now,
be
but
the way to
still, yeah, home media is the.
I have these Simpsons DVDs and I have nothing to play them on. I
Oh
have
really?
nothing in my life.
I have
that
all
plays
10.
this.
I have the first 10 seasons on DVD.
Yeah, I have
my
like
God.
4 through 9.
I just
Yeah.
gave away my PS4 to
Yeah.
my friend, and he didn't say thank you. Maybe I'll get it back from Jonah and give it
I'll
to
do
JP.
an OJ style get back.
You
Like,
don't
steal my own shit.
I
back
know it was my.
from the
I
guy.
know I have PS5 now, and I know my girlfriend's been yelling at me to get rid of PS4. But a courtesy thank you would have been nice, Jonah.
PS4 is
That's all
pretty
I'm
awesome. I was playing Batman Arkham Knight on my friend's PS4. Finished that game. That's a beautiful game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never played it.
Back
Is it
when
ever
video game
daytime
characters
there?
Could be boys.
Is it ever daytime?
Takes place in one night,
Yeah.
Halloween night.
I love it.
Back when you were allowed to be a boy in a video game.
Yeah, it's all girls now. We were talking about.
You know?
It makes me so mad.
Are you
wa-
digitally trans?
No, I
you
just
play
play
as
this.
girls?
I play sports
Nice.
and never the girl teams.
You play the WNBA video game?
Absolutely not. Come on, dude. Don't make those accusations.
You know,
in
if you
public.
delete your save file in that, you can play naked. All the women are naked.
Nice.
Yeah. That was the Laura Croft thing. You could see her square titties.
There should be a cheat code in the WNBA game where you can play as a man.
Just cook at Joanna, man.
Yeah, the stats are all
If
too
you,
high.
if you max out all your stats, you get Joanna, man.
Yeah, just dunking from the
You're
stands.
Dwight Howard.
Yeah. Yeah, whoever that is.
I watched Corky Romano again recently.
Mm-hmm.
It really holds
A
up.
rewatch of Corky.
It really holds up.
Yeah?
Well, I was reminded of it because I think someone on Twitter or something shared that Chris Kattan claims that Paul Thomas Anderson co-wrote it with him. Which I don't like.
Incredible.
Some people say isn't true, but he's like adamant that Paul Thomas Anderson was the co-writer of Corky Romano. But I have to say, it really holds up. He's phenomenal. It's just there's absolutely like no like.
That'd be funny. You watch Corky Romano, and there's a number of like extremely well placed needle drops, like a Paul Thomas Anderson movie. It's like, oh shit, maybe he's honest.
Yeah. There's like like
Yeah. It has a beautiful soundtrack.
Yeah, no. There's nothing to his character other than he's nice and he's gay. He's just a gay guy.
Yeah.
But no one. Yeah.
It's not explained.
They
why
never
he's
say that
way.
he's gay, but he's
What
just
was
gay and nice.
The SNL character he would do that was just like a spastic kind of like monkey.
There was Mango, and
Mango-
there was Mr. Peepers.
Yeah.
And
Mr. Peepers.
I get them confused.
Yeah.
Mango was a good bit. Like
Mango was a human man.
Did he do that in
Mr.
his
Peepers was like a
audition?
sentient creature.
Like for SNL, they're like, "What characters do you have?" He's like, how about like a feral, like mongoloid guy who thinks
I
he's
think.
a monkey?"
Yeah, I think he's like perched on the stool eating an apple really fast.
Yeah, right.
Something like that.
yeah, Mango was like a diva that famous men
Right.
would fall in love with.
I'm
I
confusing.
think it's pretty funny.
I'm confusing gay men and monkeys again.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Monkeypox is what did it for me.
Yeah, my gay uncle was like, I didn't come from no monkey. Yeah, he said that to me the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then why you got monkeypox?
And I was like, it's a terrible stereotype. My friend JP propagates it.
I tried doing a bit like along when they like about AIDS. So they said AIDS came from some guy fucking a monkey,
Mm-hmm.
but then like a southern gay guy that's like, "Man, I didn't come from no damn monkey,"
Yeah.
you know. But
the
I,
evolution aspect.
Guys,
it's not really very funny. And
guys, I got to tell you about something really cool, and it's called Liquid IV. Have you had it before, Nick?
yeah, I got it in my bottle right now. A note to sponsors: if you send us stuff and it's good, I'm not opening it on the show. I'm taking it home.
Yeah.
I'm taking it home and I'm filling my Yeti, what is it, 40-something ounce.
Who is not a sponsor? Just
Just
to
not
be
a
clear.
sponsor, but whatever. They don't make fucking water bottles, I'm assuming.
No, but when
Liquid
they
IV.
do, we will replace all our water bottles with Liquid IV water bottles. And but Nick, what are some of the refreshing summer flavors that you've been getting into?
There's like a ice cream.
Yeah, popsicle, firecracker, perhaps.
Yeah.
Maybe rainbow sherbet.
They got cracker ice cream.
Yep, exactly.
The
I
crack.
Anyway.
personally have enjoyed the lemon lime and the white peach.
Thank you, JP. Indeed, all of those flavors hit the spot, and when you need a transformative hydrating relief all summer long. I like to indulge in hydration with electrolytes. I don't know about you
Is
guys.
that right?
Yeah. Essential vitamins, clinically tested nutrients from the #1 powered hydration brand in America, Liquid IV.
They should change the name of electrolytes. Because you learn that as a kid and you're like, what, like electricity? And they're like, well, no, not really. It's more like salt. And it's like, well, then change the name. You know?
Sounds cool.
Right. If it has nothing to do with electricity.
Energy salts,
Yeah, I don't know.
power sodium.
We talked about our favorite flavors. We like faster hydration, and plain water just doesn't fucking do that for me. Sorry about the cuss during the read. I like to, if I have a long night out, hit a couple beers.
So they are putting that in there now.
What?
I was confused when we first picked them up whether they wanted it. Because I know people drink this when they're hungover.
I don't know. I kind of ad-libbed.
I'm not a hungover. Oh, okay.
They said talk about personal experiences.
Okay, so I know people. This is one.
So
of
I'm addicted heavily to drugs and alcohol, and in the mornings I use Liquid IV to indulge in hydration with electrolytes and essential vitamins and clinically tested nutrients. But
my
also
eyes don't close when I sleep, so I wake up 4 or 5 times a night with my eyes burning and my eyelids are stuck. I have to physically close them with my hands, and it's excruciating. And so I spend most of the day heavily exhausted and dehydrated. And Liquid IV, I think, is keeping me alive.
that's a great personal endorsement.
Yeah, I think I think I would be dead right now. if it weren't for-
Nick's wartime experience is such that he's propped up against a wall all night long with his eyes half closed.
So
And,
this is
he's
that.
alert during the day. 'cause
No, I think the
liquid IV.
muscles that control my eyelids have just like atrophied.
Yeah.
Yeah, from like not blinking. I went to an eye doctor and they said, yeah, it's like you could
Use it
do
or lose it.
blinking exercises. I'm like, I'm not even gonna do regular exercises.
My grandma had that. She would sleep with her eyes open.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
My dog does that too.
Yeah?
Yeah. And my dog also has like Vietnam flashbacks. But I think all dogs do. Yeah. She remembers Da Nang province in her sleep. Anyway, guys, so these are great. Some great, if you want to prolong the existential dread and agony of human life, because your eyes have stopped working, you should use Liquid IV. You can find all your favorite flavors on their website, from acai berry to lemon lime pina colada. They got a whole lot of these things. And guess what, guys? They have sugar-free flavors as well, like raspberry, melon, white peach, green grape.
I had no idea what acai was, and I went to a place like I was on the road like a year ago or something, and I needed lunch, and I went into a place that was an acai place. I thought it was like a grain.
I thought it
and
was a red gelatinous, like fruit type thing.
I thought
like
it
a
was
beet.
like I thought I was getting like quinoa or something,
Yeah.
and then I just ended up having an ice cream for lunch.
It's basically a smoothie that you have with a spoon.
And I went in and I was so embarrassed. I was already in line and I was up to the plate. They're like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "I mean, this is just Baskin Robbins."
You're really on the spot in those places.
Yeah,
There's
right.
sections of the menu. You have to pick items
Yeah.
from each section. What do I do?
I was like, "Do you have a salad?" They were like, "No." No, we have.
No, you
Tear,
fucking
pour,
idiot.
live more. 1 stick, 16 ounce of water
Why are we
hydrates better
also
than water
letting
alone.
Every culture just have their own type of ice cream when they're all the same. It started off, they let the Italian people are like, "Oh, we got gelato, we got spumoni." It's like, no, you've made ice cream. I'm sorry, but that's
Yeah.
nothing new. Your big hit pizza, invented by the Chinese.
Pasta, Chinese.
Yeah, Marco Polo.
Yeah,
He
Marco
stole
Polo
pizza.
brought that back.
That's
yeah.
true.
Hitting your wife.
Was
That's
that
Really?
Chinese?
Chinese people
No,
invented
I
that?
think not.
JP, that's great. That's
Just a
another
guy
thing you keep
roundhouse
saying.
kicking his wife in the face. You made the pizza wrong. You made the pizza bad.
Powered by Live Hydroscience TM, an optimized ratio of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients that turn ordinary water into extraordinary hydration. Guys, if you indulge in hydration this summer, get Liquid IV. And if you put in our promo code, get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use code TAFS at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code TAFS at liquidiv.com. All right. Thanks a lot. And now we're back. So,
We're
JP,
blessed.
how's your summer?
Truly blessed.
You were
Pretty
blessed?
nice, pretty wonderful.
Really?
It's pretty good. Got a little traveling in. Did some dates. I went zip lining.
Really?
You ever go zip lining?
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's kind of not that exciting.
It's kind of not that exciting, but
It
there,
looks way, in concept, better than what it actually is.
which is why I really enjoyed that there was a guy there on the group. It's like a nature walk through means of zip line through the treetops in like this spot in North Carolina, and there was one guy on the group who he said it was his 15th time going zip lining, and he had done several that year, and he was like all about. He's a zip line guy.
Oh, he was a customer.
Yeah, he was a customer.
Oh, he wasn't. Was he like working his way up to maybe like?
No, I don't think he had any kind of
He was just a fan.
aspirations with it. He's like he just love of the zip,
Yeah.
love of the lines.
It's not as cool as in an action movie when you're trying to get from building to building.
right. There's a
Yeah.
lot more safety
Which
measures.
is really what you think.
But he's
it's
like
gonna
telling
be.
the guides, like, "Oh yeah, this tower's pretty high. This is probably the highest tower in the state. Like I did another
In
one.
North Carolina.
It was not quite as.
I
high.
watched. There's a show. I stopped watching it. It's called Seven Little Johnstons.
Yeah,
It's about a dwarf family. And they have 2 dwarf children that are their biological kids, and they've adopted 3 other dwarves. And so there's 7 of them. And in one of
kind of bigoted.
Yeah, and the show is great. It's a great reality show because every episode the dad has some kind of project that he's doing, and he's like not particularly good at making things, So it's like they go to the junk. He wanted to make a chair for the living room because they moved into a house that they're going to renovate, Eventually, they just they just leave the house. They're making enough money off the show that they just go to a house that doesn't need renovation. But the first season, they're like all sleeping on the floor of the living room because the house needs all this work. So he's like, I'm gonna make a chair for the living room. So he goes to the junkyard and like gets like a chair out of a van. Just like screws 2x4s under the bottom of it. I mean, it's like,
So it's not like he's bad at it for any reason related to being a little person. He
No,
just has
no, yeah,
talent.
nothing,
He's
yeah.
just a southern guy
No,
with too much
he-
confidence.
right.
He's
exactly.
dispelling.
He's
He's
literally-
dispelling the notion
it's-
that dwarves are good at
no,
woodworking.
he's an overconfident Southern father.
yeah.
And then so it's
I
not.
can make you one.
Yeah, hell, I could build it. And
He's
it's
like
just
an Under Armour polo guy.
I see. Oh, I
Yeah.
see. Like
it,
a
cul-
baseball dad.
it culminates with like there's one where he decides to remove a tree in the front yard, and he sets their truck on fire. the truck, just the fire department shows up, and then as the credits roll, they have a landscaping company doing.
He's got the winch on the stump. He's trying to pull it out. He overheats the
and
engine.
then
blows it up.
exactly, and there's
Yeah.
leaves underneath, and it catches on fire, and so then they have to go buy a new truck, and it's them at home, and we got the new truck, and they pretend like that was the story arc of the episode, was getting a new truck and not trying to, and then they have a regular landscaping company doing the job while they're looking at the new truck.
That's awesome.
It's very funny, but there's an episode where they go ziplining, and the small Chinese boy that they've adopted, or he's Korean, sorry.
They're not heavy enough to get to the other side.
No, he's just he's
where I thought it was going to.
crying. He really doesn't want to do the zip line. They finally convince him to do it, and then he loves it. But those zip lines are all in the woods.
Yeah.
And can you imagine just being on like fucking mushrooms in the woods
Tree elves.
and just flying? You're like, "What? I microdosed. I don't understand how this is happening, but what a
That
sight!
rocks.
What a sight to behold!
What a beautiful bit of television. Like that's like reality TV producers just said, like, why make a sitcom for millions and millions of dollars an episode? We can just we can take a dwarf family and make them into a sitcom family.
Yeah, I mean, they're like the first reality show was like Cops.
Yeah.
And then after that, Survivor was the next big hit, and like in the '90s, the late
Like
'90s,
Real World and stuff.
Yeah, Real World was early
then
too.
it had a game to it. It was
Yeah, well, there was a lot of game aspects. It was always kind of like Survivor. Fox had one that I remember watching as a kid. It was John Cena's first big breakout. Was
Before wrestling?
no, it was during wrestling. But
Oh.
it was his first thing outside of wrestling, I think. And it was like it was something. Like it was like you were on an island and you had to avoid being like killed by like marine predators, basically. And John Cena was one. It was like American Gladiators, but on an island.
It's like
the
Legends of the
most-
Hidden Temple, but they did it on an
The
island.
most dangerous game. It was like
Yeah.
hunting humans.
You're
Yeah.
hunted by John Cena.
Sort of like that. And then after that, it's just been 20 years of being like either people are stupid or they're fat or they're too big or they're too small.
Or
Yeah.
they're whores. Yeah.
It
I've
would
been
be
watching
funny if-
Love Island with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That live up to the hype? That seems to be big.
This season they said was good, so we started watching it.
I do like the idea of
this-
John Cena like not being a wrestler first. He's just the host of some reality show like that.
Kind
and
of a
Vin-
rogue.
He
Vince
wasn't the
McMahon
host. He
is
was like one of the hunters.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so it was
He's like
him
a
just like
survivalist guy.
a lot of snarling and running around with a paintball gun.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's cool. That would be fun.
Are comics going on reality shows to like bump their careers?
It should.
They should.
People who aren't
There was that
comics who,
guy
like,
in
go on reality
DC,
shows, sell
Eric
tickets.
something, that like handsome mixed race guy
Oh yeah, that guy.
with those like piercing blue eyes. He was on Real World New Orleans.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy. He was
Yeah.
like buff, right?
Well,
Yeah,
Theo
yeah,
was
yeah.
on like one of the Real World seasons before he
Road
ever did
Rules.
comedy.
Road
Road
Rules,
Rules.
Yeah, yeah.
And now he's interviewing like
Obama.
astronauts.
Yeah. Trump.
And I love too because he's on the opposite end of the spectrum as Rogan. You know, where like Rogan will like try to get to the correct information or whatever, like get technical information out of people, get like And then Theo will sit there and be like, so what is a hot air balloon? I don't understand. Because, like, you know, you would think it's cold up in the sky. So I
He'll
don't even
take the
understand.
information and use that to get to a story.
Yeah.
Or something.
Why is
I was
the air?
thinking-
Why do they even call it that?
Yeah, we had a guy in our town. He was a hot air balloon. He was the mayor. He was a hot air.
But
balloon
how is
pilot.
that here? How is that different from like just a balloon?
Yeah, because you want to get it hot, right? Because that's devil magic. The devil, he creates fire. It creates heat that goes into the balloon, makes devil balloons fly.
And then the
right?
guest is like, I don't know. I invented the
He's a
COVID
physicist.
vaccine.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, Professor
Yeah.
Cornell West.
Yeah, you know,
Dude, he's got so much charisma, Theo.
he rocks.
He rocks.
Theo truly rocks.
Did you see the clip of him describing Coke to Trump?
Yes, that
Yeah,
was pretty good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
And he's like, and Trump's like, that's hardcore stuff.
Well, I never really tried it. It sounds very interesting.
I really think Trump is not lying about that. I think he managed to be a really rich, like, business New York guy and never actually.
He's always said he never drank. I could kind of see that. Just
His
being
brother
weird enough.
died from alcoholism. I think it like
That's
scared
true.
him. Yeah, I think he's afraid of alcohol. He's probably hitting Adderall's heavy though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all finance is.
Oh yeah, that
You were a
Nazi meth.
finance guy for a while.
I was a low-level finance guy for a little bit.
You were one of the
for, like,
top level
5
finance
years.
guys.
I was one of the top. I was one of the market makers.
Yeah.
They say I got out of that. I was making too much money.
Did you like find any smart money plays?
Big smart
Any
money plays all the time.
arbitrages?
Big smart money plays. Instead, I learned that I could use my debit card instead of my MTA card, and that I would save like $1 a month from buying the new card. I could just tap in. So
Really?
no, I was in operations. I was very low level. I was not making a lot of money.
I love that they got the tap to pay now.
That's
It's
kind of
awesome.
nice.
I
I've
do
come
the-
around on it.
I do the watch.
I used to think of like my card as like, oh, this is my membership card to the city.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm a real New Yorker, but now it's like, tap the phone.
You ever
Okay.
use the subway token?
My grandpa used to sell subway tokens, Greenpoint Avenue.
Like his own? Or?
He worked for the transit
Oh,
authority.
okay.
Yeah, he worked in the subways.
Did his hearing go?
Yeah, I don't think his hearing was ever good. He died when I was a baby, but
Really? Thank God.
became friends with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's dad, who was a transit cop.
Really?
Yeah,
And he was a big boy too?
he was a big fella.
Alcindor?
Yep, Mr. Alcindor Sr.
Okay. Pair of Thieves, guys. We want to mention them. There's no promo code. Don't mention Oh, last read was. Did you see that email?
Huh?
They didn't. Nothing. Guys, summer is here and summer is hot. If you're squishing when you're sitting, it's time for quick dry underwear from Pair of Thieves. With basic underwear, you can expect sweaty, soggy situation in your shorts. Escape basic and embrace greatness with Pair of Thieves quick dry underwear. Quick dry underwear with Action Flex is engineered to keep you dry, fresh, and comfortable all day long. The Action Blend fabrication provides adaptive stretch for greater mobility and a secure second skin fit that looks great across all body shapes, but especially across yours, JP.
You devil.
Pair of Thieves Escape Basic. Go to parathieves.com today and get 25% off your first order. 25% off your first order, parathieves.com. Get 25% off your first order at parathieves.com. Thanks a lot, Pair of
And then
Thieves.
if they sell shirts, they call it a pair of sleeves.
Yeah.
Because all their stuff is puns. I noticed
Yeah.
they have they got Tom Myers working 24/7, and what
bless
does it say? Life is shorts. Why don't you show them the stuff, Adam?
Right here we have the shorts. Yeah, it says life is shorts. These look incredibly comfortable. I'll try
And
them
I tell
on.
you what, I love that green.
It is my favorite color, hunter green. Dark
Hunter
green.
That's why I did the office that way.
Yeah, yeah.
I do love a dark green.
It's kind of like a nice
It's like 80s home office.
yeah. Well, I kind of think of like an Englishman's
Like
his
a guy
country residence.
Like a guy in the 80s who's like, yeah, he's made the modern adjusted for inflation $1 billion with a bachelor's degree in modern dance.
with a
And then-
Macintosh.
Right, yeah, and then he got out of
Desktop.
college, and immediately his starting salary, adjusted for inflation, was $800 million a year to hunt.
When he
and-
worked in the mailroom.
right,
yeah.
to hunt and peck on a typewriter.
on a word processor.
Yeah, right.
Occasionally hit like command and shift and then a key.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He was a real
And people
wizard.
go, "What do you do?" And he goes, "I don't know." I have no idea. I work for a
I
payroll company.
I don't know. I drive a Saab.
Yeah, right.
That's what I do. I drive to a building in a Saab.
Yeah, my dad was in World War II, and I had a bunch of unprotected sex.
Yeah.
And now I have billions of dollars.
Yeah, that office has that dark green. It has like a nice oriental rug, if we're still saying that.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. I bought a 7-bedroom house for $50,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is housing going to get any better? Probably not, right?
No.
It kind of has to when the boomers die, right? All that housing stock
they're
goes
hanging
back
on
into
to
the
their
market.
shit.
But they're not going to die.
They got another 30 years.
Yeah.
That's the last generation that's going to live forever. Boomers are going to live to 105 each, and then Gen X's, they're all going to start dying at 65. They're all going to die at the same age, and then millennials probably will live to about 42, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all hanging on to their houses they got for like a coupon, and they're like $2.9 million now.
Are they building? You know what they should do is put on a set of Pair of Thieves underwear.
Yeah,
get
that's
out
what they
there.
should
and
do.
If you're a construction worker, I know you're not building houses right now because your genitals and anus region is too sweaty.
There's a swamp situation.
It's summertime. You're saying, "Oh I'm too wet."
Your
Yeah.
grundle is holding back the housing market.
I'm so wet right now.
Yeah.
I can't build a house.
Yeah.
If you put on Pair of Thieves underwear with 25% off on their website, if you go now, you can get underwear and you can start building those homes instead of doing whatever this plan is, where they're just going to give people money for houses.
You home builders are the gooch of America.
Yeah.
But then when people get those universal basic incomes, they'll be able to buy homes and special underwear.
Am I an idiot? That's a bad plan, right? To just give people money for a down payment.
Didn't they try it somewhere and it didn't work?
Well, it does, I mean, isn't the basic idea of supply and demand that if you don't have
Everything's
enough
gonna be
houses,
expensive.
if you just give people money, it's just going to drive up the price of the limited houses that there already are?
I think
Or am I
that
dumb?
makes sense to
Yeah.
me. But I don't know. I don't know economics.
Because if
at
they're
all.
capable of paying more, it's not like they're just going to buy more houses at the same price. The prices are just going to go up.
Yeah, we just need to build more homes. And I think you can't do that because of the boomers that are like they don't want to ruin the aesthetics of their subdivision that was built in the 1970s.
Right. The
By
Arbors.
adding an identical one right next door.
There's a strict code from the homeowners association.
Yeah. Arbor trails. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we
Riv-
build these
River
homes,
Oaks.
we're going to have to build another Chick-fil-A.
You don't want River Oaks to be looking like River Pines because
Mhm.
that's where the white trash live.
That-
Yeah.
It
There's,
really. Oh my God, that's
Yeah.
really fallen off a cliff. They
Yeah,
have,
but-
they have break-ins now.
River Glen is nice though.
Yeah.
You see on the Nextdoor app that there are break-ins in River Oaks.
Can you believe it?
So,
It used to be a family neighborhood.
like why do you pay for the security to drive around?
I think they just need to rezone all the empty commercial real estate in New York City for residential.
It is, yeah, that's happening now.
It is.
The building
so
that
we
I
could
was in
live
that
in the
finance
Empire
job
State
in.
Building.
No, because
The
there's the
Flatiron
big
building
problem
soon.
is the
Really?
buildings that they would change over to that are all what are they called, like Class C buildings,
Oh, okay.
and so it's buildings like this, and a lot of them are like
Mid-century.
a lot of them are
60s,
over
70s.
leveraged, and they're just gonna get the bank is just gonna fucking abandon them probably. But to convert buildings like this to residential buildings, you basically have to blow up a column in the middle because you need you can't have residential housing without 2 points of egress.
What's that? Egress?
Yeah, to leave if there's a fire.
It's a bird.
Oh,
It's a
yeah.
type of bird.
Yeah, you need two mystical birds.
Two
for every-
egrets.
Yeah,
yeah.
So for all of those buildings, they would have to make an atrium basically.
Because the Chrysler building is Art Deco buildings. They're made of stone. They're supported from the outside, whereas all the new skyscrapers are like a steel structure in the interior, and then
Oh, I think it's
They're
just a
different
safety
exits.
thing. Is you need to have a way because pre-code buildings they didn't need to have that, but then afterwards they did
yeah,
because there's no airflow.
This building has a stairwell there and a stairwell there. So
No, it's in individual room. This wouldn't be.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one apartment. This would be. They would put a hallway in the middle, and then you would have a.
I would
an
like just
atrium.
an open space or open concept property bros style. Kind of razor
Backsplashes.
scooter around my huge place in the Chrysler building. Oh my God.
live like Big Daddy.
When I was a kid, I thought people in New York lived in the sky.
Yeah.
No one I know lives on the 80th floor of anything.
That's because all your friends are 20-year-olds.
No, well, it's because of Batman.
You hang out with 19-year-old cocaine addicts.
No, they're younger than that.
All of Adam's friends are runaways. They're Lower East Side runaways.
He's friends with the cast of Kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the reboot of Kids that they're doing now
Well,
for
I'm
HBO
just
Max.
I kind of got kicked out of the crew because they found out I couldn't skate. They were like,
They found out you
they
didn't
found
have
out I'm a
AIDS.
poser. Yeah.
They found out you didn't have AIDS. You just look like that.
No. Well, everyone's lying about their HIV status.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Speaking of lying about HIV statuses, I will be at the Irvine Improv.
Yes.
I'll be at the Irvine Improv September.
Human Irvine disease.
Yeah. HIRV Improv. September 19th through the 21st. There's still plenty of tickets to be sold. I'm also in Boston at the Wilbur Theater on September 28th.
Hey now.
Yeah, September 28th. And we're trying to. There's a couple tickets left.
That
for that
same weekend, I'm going to be in London. There's still tickets to the 4th show we've booked on the 21st. That's Saturday night. Get your tickets. It's at Bush Hall in Shepherd's Bush in London. I
Bush
hear it's
Hall. That's a
fabulous.
funny name.
Yeah,
Detroit House of Comedy, November 16th, I want to say. 14th.
Come
Look
on,
it up.
dude.
Look at my socials.
No,
I'll be in Detroit mid-November. Come see me. I love Detroit.
do you like it? Well,
I was
actually,
only
that's a
there for
place where
day.
people live in the sky. Because when they try to revive Detroit post 2008, they have all these old residential skyscrapers.
I think that's where we stay. I did a show there with Stav, and we stayed in one of those buildings that's they accidentally invented hotels again, where it was it's all Airbnbs, but it's just in one apartment building that's nothing but Airbnbs. It's this is a hotel, but it has no service of any kind, no amenities. You just
Yeah.
kind of
That's cool.
show up.
There's
They're
that place,
cool.
the Jane Hotel in New York, that was for decades. I think I don't know if that building in particular, but it probably was. It was the city had all of these SROs.
Did a show there, I think, once.
At the Jane.
Yeah.
Yeah, back when there was still ports all over Lower Manhattan, and piers and shipping was coming in and out. Sailors would need a place to stay, when they're on shore leave. So they had all of these SRO buildings, which were just really tiny rooms. You could stay there for a nice flop house, basically.
That's what I hope comes back to New York.
And those are zoned their own kind of way. That's why they're kind of hard to get rid of.
Yeah.
I didn't live in what would technically be an SRO, but it was functionally the same when I lived in Chinatown. But there was one across the street.
It's this building was zoned to be a tenement.
Yeah,
for four families to live in this one room.
Yeah. And
There's no working around that.
when the developers bought the Jane, because they still had there was just heroin addicts living in these tiny rooms. They bought most of them out, but some of them they couldn't buy out. So they just did the work anyways, renovated it, turned it into this kind of unique sort of fun hotel. But if you stayed on one of the floors, there would still be "Ah, motherfucker, I'm on my fucking shit out here." Just yeah, just losing.
Hey, Richie,
his
you
mind.
want $60,000 to move out? This is home.
Nah. I don't need no goddamn money. Just a nut job.
It's got a certain community that I like.
Right.
I like the meatpacking district.
Yeah.
I can see the Hudson from my room. You can't pay for an overlook like that.
Yeah, there's a hotel called the Maritime Hotel that I stayed in with my girlfriend one Valentine's Day, but it was the Maritime Shipping Union's place where the sailors would go stay. Yeah, and it's really nice. They're porthole windows. It looks like a ship.
That
the
rocks.
Jane's kind of similar. All of them are ship rooms. It's you're on the Titanic.
Yeah.
They really got our number. Any place.
I watched Titanic
nautical.
6 months ago, and I think I took some kratom
really
before
good.
I watched
Yeah.
it. And then I was sitting there. I'm should I go on a trip on the Queen Mary too? I was should I have a European trip on a boat
Alone?
Yeah,
Should I have
just-
a voyage?
I know, just thinking, I'm that would be magical. I thought it'd be awesome. Man, you look into it, and it's the pictures are all low res, because if you're actually in those rooms, everything's shitty. They don't take care of it.
Yeah.
You know, then
You
it's
pictured
like,
yourself like wearing an ascot and like writing a manuscript
no.
aboard the ship.
Yeah, it's like 2 months of you eating like kids' cuisine and fucking going to see Akash do stand up in the basement of the ship.
You think of it as like, oh, your duck confit, sir.
Yeah, right. No,
Yeah, I'm going to the captain's.
no,
letter
it's like
for
the,
you
it's like the
from-
IKEA fucking cafeteria.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, I want to mention something else. I want to mention my bookie bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Winning season is back. Do you know that, JP?
Oh, yeah.
Not for me.
Enough
knew
taking
that.
L's, guys. It's winning SZN, winning season, and it's your time to shine. With my bookie's weekly risk-free boosts. Classic Super and Survivor contests, cashing in has never been easier. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a first-time bettor, there's something for everyone to win big this season. Just go to visit my bookie to sign up for free, and you're ready to start earning. Have you ever bet on a sports
No,
event?
that's just for losers. That's
Come
cut
on,
that
dude.
if you want. But
No,
What are you talking about?
we don't really have the operational capacity to cut anything.
that was just a knee-jerk
Yeah,
reaction. I'm sorry.
we
Yeah,
shoot
we don't
on
have
we shoot
computer.
on tape now.
Yeah.
Well, sell me on it.
Well, here's the thing. JP, my bookie is pulling out all the stops with incredible promotions like weekly risk-free boosts on Thursdays.
Also, big news: their 50% deposit match has been upped to 100%.
That's free
Plus
money.
a $10 casino chip up to $1,000.
That's free. That's free.
using the
you don't
new,
like free?
the new promo code. By the way, don't fuck that up,
I'm
Adam.
coming around.
It just says promo. Oh, okay, I got it. But that's just the beginning. My bookie is giving away hundreds of thousands in prizes with their Super Survivor and Squares contest. You get your entries in now for your shot at huge cash rewards. When you're ready to get started, use my promo code Adam100
You like
with
that?
I liked it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Adam
like Adam 23, except even more.
yeah. Victims, more victims.
Max
Take
yeah.
that,
Yeah.
Adam 23.
Yeah, I have 100. You coward.
What is that show?
He talks to like SoundCloud rappers who were like on lean and like passing
I've seen
out.
clips, but I'm like, I don't. Is this? Are they comedians or are they?
No, it's like children who are getting into rap, and then
Okay.
there's like a 40-year-old man.
And then
who
like
does,
girls who fuck rappers and athletes.
Yeah.
They
He
interview
does like
them.
a OnlyFans girls, and then his wife. And
The
him
other one that
also
confuses
perform,
me
is I've
seen
sexual acts.
clips of that. There's a show that just says whatever all over the back.
I don't
think
know
the
that
show
one.
might be called whatever.
Those are the best shows. The
And
shows where like high-value men
It's-
yell at women.
Yeah.
Those are the. We got to start doing that.
I can't.
We
it's-
really have to start
No,
doing
it's like
that.
you know when you see like a clip from like Chinese television, and you're
Yeah.
like, I don't understand.
I don't know the language.
I don't. Yeah, I don't understand what's happening.
You're watching the movement.
But
yeah.
I'm entranced.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what? There's something here, but I don't. Yeah.
The
It's women,
stakes are high. Whatever.
Women who have OnlyFans go on this thing, and then they yell at them,
Yeah.
and it's I think incredibly successful.
You're a depreciation asset.
Yeah, they're like you're low value, and I'm a high value man, and you're disgusting. And there's no way that those guys try to get pussy from
I
them
own 4
afterwards.
rental properties. What are you bringing to me?
Yeah, this
That's
guy
gonna
has
add value to
he has
my life.
Airbnbs in Jupiter, Florida.
Yeah.
And he talks to them like they're like just absolute slobs. It's just like it's pure 1972 what
that
do you
a
call it?
book?
Misogyny. It's just like yeah, they don't say cunt or slob, but they're basically saying all the stuff that like Jack Nicholson says about women and in like carnal knowledge or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which I watched this week also.
That's why you said 1972.
Yes, but like the way he talks about women,
I remove the dick and balls and add a pussy.
What's
also a uterus.
It's as good as it gets.
I think so.
Yeah.
it's pretty good. You guys are both good impressionists. We got 2 on the show today.
Not really. I mean, you're.
Double
This guy
down.
does
I'm
Jezelnik?
I'm whatever.
I
as
can.
an
I can
impressionist.
approximate.
You did it on the
people.
whatever
Yeah.
show. When you were
Yeah.
next to a girl that gets DP.
You were on whatever.
No, it's not on whatever.
Oh.
Well, yeah, no, yeah. It hasn't been released yet,
Oh,
so I'm
okay.
just yeah.
um,
Called
guys,
Woman horse.
But that's a big show.
That would be cool.
Millions and millions of people watch that.
yeah, women getting yelled at the show.
Yeah.
Why didn't we think of that?
Huh?
I have a show coming
You'd
out
have
with
to
David
beat
Goggins where
Oh, you do?
I make women do push-ups in the mud and tell them that they're low value.
Does he yell at girls too? Or
I don't know if
just
he yells at
guys?
girls. I think he might just yell at guys,
Yeah,
but he's
yeah.
branching out into the yelling at girls economy of
He's like, I'm
content
sick of
creators.
yelling at guys. It's time
Yeah.
to yell at these lazy women. Okay, loyalty pays off with MyBookie. The more you play, the more you win. It's simple. Climb through the tiers of the loyalty rewards program, and loyalty is an important thing, guys. And you can unlock even more epic promotions, get exclusive giveaways, and bigger rewards, guys. You use my promo code Adam100, and you go to mybookie.com. Use my code, you get 50% off, and it's been upgraded to 100% off deposit match, up to $1,000, like Nick mentioned. That also includes a $10 casino chip. Guys, bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. MyBookie.
That's
We're back.
right.
That's fucking right.
That's right.
That's fucking right.
Anywhere, anytime.
So you're voting for Trump, you were saying?
Well, since the RFK endorsement,
Yeah.
I couldn't help.
I was holding out on that one.
No. I don't think I'm voting this time
I'm
around.
done.
There's,
think I'm-
I
yeah.
don't
Sitting
care.
out.
I'll probably vote. I'll go because the voting place is literally right down the street.
I don't live in Queens anymore, but if I was still there, I would definitely I would go on election day and vote for whatever Chinese guy is running. Like there's always whenever in my district. there
Oh,
was
when I
always a
lived in
Chinese guy.
Chinatown, those ballots were amazing.
Yeah.
As soon
It's
as
real
you,
word salad.
as you go down the ticket, it's just getting crazier and crazier. It's just
Like
fucking.
the Happy Success Party. It's like
Yeah.
the Happy Success Party sounds
You're
good.
right. Yeah. No, I mean, you get to the last one, and it's like, there's like a glitch in Pokemon. And the characters are, it's all just, it looks like a QR.
There was a guy on the
All
ballot in my district in Queens one time who was literally running in the Red Dragon Party.
so sick. Dude, you
Is
had
this
to
a
vote for him.
gang?
Yeah, I was
You had
too-
to vote for him.
I had too much of a crush on AOC at the time. It's like
You're
I
an
have
absolute
to vote
coward.
for you, AOC, because
Just-
I love you, but I missed my chance to vote for the Red
See,
Dragon.
that's why you're not a high value man.
Yeah.
You know, like you get confused.
Well,
was
we
before I believed
officially
in myself.
endorsed Jill Stein here at the Adam Friedland
Yeah.
Show, the only Jewish candidate
A
running.
chiropractor. As
Now
well.
that anti-Semitism has removed all of the other Jewish candidates,
it's scary, actually, these days.
She's
Jill
gonna
Stein is
adjust
the
it
only
out of it.
candidate we can be sure will stand up for Israel.
Yes,
Yeah,
I agree. I don't know.
Wait, isn't she like anti-Israel? Isn't she the one?
that's the joke.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
I picked up on that.
Uh huh.
They, the only candidate. Yeah, because Donnie T bends over pretty far for Israel. RFK too.
Yeah, but everything Donald Trump does is so cynical that you can't get
He
mad at
hates
him for
BB.
it.
Yeah.
He's like, we should let them open gas chambers and kill all of them. And then you're like, he's just trying to get money from Jewish people.
From Miriam
It's like, it's not
Adelson.
even.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not even.
He loves Miriam Adelson so
Yeah.
much.
She's got
Because he's
Gave
not
her a
even.
special
He's not
award.
even really pro genocide as much as he is just like
Whatever it
such
takes
a self-serving. You know what I
to
mean?
keep me out of jail. I'll
Yeah,
do whatever
right.
it takes,
Exactly.
yeah.
You can't like that makes sense.
Just at the Wailing Wall,
Yeah, right.
somberly.
He's whenever he talks about how much he likes the Bible, it's always like
of the Bible.
it's just the best. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm a deeply religious person.
Yeah.
Like, it's like so clearly not true.
I would love to find out he has like a deeply nuanced interpretation of the Bible and actually is a very deep
Yeah,
biblical thinker.
yeah. He like doesn't like the Book of Matthew, but he likes
Yeah.
Job. I haven't read the New Testament. Is it any good?
New Testament's
It's alright.
It's kind of the same thing.
Old
over and
Testament's
over.
dumb as shit.
The Catholics don't really use the Bible
It's baby.
very much. I didn't read the Bible a lot growing up.
What'd they make you read?
There was like these little booklet fucking things in the church pews, like the missal.
What?
You'd read little. I guess it was Bible stories, but
What's your favorite story from the Bible?
oh, I just read about a good one the other day. Good one. Maybe like Jacob and Esau, because it was weird. That's Old Testament though. Like
it was
you-
Isaac and Esau.
Isaac, no, because Jacob and Esau are the brothers. Isaac is the blind dad.
Isaac's the
and he's
blind
like,
dad.
go hunt a fucking calf for me or something, and I'll give you a blessing.
Didn't-
The wrong brother does it. The smooth boy, the other Esau is hairy. Jacob is real
and
real
that's where
smooth.
they said Muslims come from Esau. Or
Is that
something?
right?
I think
No,
that's what they
Ishmael
say.
comes from
Or Ishmael.
Ishmael?
Yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
So he felt his son's.
He feels
bodies.
but his son, the smooth son, puts like a lambskin over his hand to like feel hairier, and he feels the fur. He's like, I know you're bullshitting me, but I'll give you the blessing anyway.
So he lies, and then he's still the good guy in the story.
Yeah, for some reason he's still.
It doesn't
the
make
good
any
guy.
sense.
I just like picturing the guy and like cloaking himself in a sheep's wool.
Yeah, to be as
That's
hairy
funny.
I
as
just
his
watched
brother.
The Northman. I don't know. That reminded me of it because they
Saw the
they're
first half of it.
Vikings of. It was pretty good. but I was just shocked that there. And I saw an article about it because I literally looked it up. I'm like, how is it possible that I did not see anyone's penis in this movie?
Right.
You know what I mean? If there's ever been a movie where it's just like, here's some guy's cock, that's it. You know
Whole
what I
bunch
mean?
of dicks in Amistad, but not in the Northman.
And there's none.
None.
There's fucking none. How shocking is that?
And those guys had
It's about a
uncircumcised hogs
Viking
out.
slave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, is there ever? Can you imagine a better recipe for seeing somebody's penis than a Viking slave?
Did you write a review, like an Amazon review?
I did. Yeah, I
Yeah.
wrote a letter.
You wrote.
I wrote an angry letter.
My friend's dad asked him that. He's like, "How do I submit a review?" He thought that he had to mail it in.
It's a
for
button.
Like, for Amazon. I think
That's
for
awesome.
a product on Amazon. Yeah.
Dear Mr. Bezos, I have a few points about the Northman, the lack of penises in the Northman, and some dialogue notes about
I
Marvelous
like the
Mrs.
Northman.
Maisel.
I'm finally ready to admit that I like The Witch a lot as well.
I haven't seen The Witch.
I always thought there was something like missing about it that I ended up. I think I've said this before. I've watched The Witch probably 10 times, and every time I do, it's because I'm like, oh, I want to watch The Witch again. And every time it ends, I'm like, what did I want that's not in there, and I can't identify it. And it's just, oh, I just like this movie.
But upon the 10th viewing, you've come around, you like it.
It's good.
You realize you just like it.
Yeah, I just like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's sometimes I'll confuse like something ending that I enjoy with me not liking it.
Because
Yeah.
you wanted to keep going.
Yeah,
It's like my dad in Avatar 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad
You wanted
had
to live.
my
in the-
dad had the Avatar
Yeah.
depression.
Yeah.
He like
That's-
got sad when it was over.
I kind of feel that.
Yeah, yeah.
That
There's-
world is so sick.
Yeah, he was like, "This, it's 3D, it's blue, it's way sicker than this one."
You could do that like Tarzan thing where you slide on trees and stuff. It's
Mhm.
very cool.
How about Avatar, but there's an accent over the tar part. And then it's
Lydia Tarr.
yeah, and she's
It's all
blue.
conductors
She's blue.
living in a
She's
world of.
blue.
She's blue.
She's
She can
kind of a
talk to
female
animals.
Harvey Weinstein.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Have you
It's
seen
a-
that movie?
No, but I understand it's like a meditation on power.
It's so good.
That's
It's
Hell
also
yeah.
kind of just like a one build up to one punchline. Kind of like
Interesting.
Phantom Thread is kind of like that too, where there's
Yeah.
just one punchline at the end. That's what the whole point of
How
the
about a
whole thing is.
podcast called Tar Talk? And it's two guys from Boston that just discuss the movie.
welcome back to the show, Tards.
Yeah.
Like they have merged.
Todd
like
Nation.
fans are called
Yeah.
Tards. Yeah.
Cotods. Get your merch at
Cotods.
npr.com/shit. /shit to buy, you fucking idiot.
I saw Long Legs. That was a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's not a good movie. And I'm
It's like-
shocked. I'm shocked at like the reaction to it.
It's like about how rock and roll infiltrates the American family and like degrades. It's like why is that the message? What it's like it was made. in
I don't
19
even think it's about that.
It's
I
just
don't-
like this devil
You
worshiper.
thought it was
guy.
about being too damn tall?
It's about. I was hoping it would be.
Yeah.
And it's by the way, it's never explained why he says I put my long legs on.
Oh, he's not even. He doesn't even.
He's
have
not
long
tall.
legs.
No.
Yeah.
Very little about his character is explained. It smacks of like there were budget issues with the movie. There were
Mm-hmm.
problems working with Nick Cage, and it's like we just kind of slapped this together. And
He
made
is
something
kind of the
out it.
best
I felt
actor.
like completely disengaged almost the entire time.
Yeah, I was trying to find something in it, and it wasn't there.
Mm.
I should have disengaged.
And then, well, I think what set me off is I watched it and I was like, oh, this is fine. And then I saw people saying that this is the new Silence of the Lambs.
It's not even close.
And I'm like, that is.
It's so directly
that
takes
isn't.
from Silence.
Well,
of
of
the
course.
Lambs.
That's what I mean. It's like. That,
Yeah.
Like I can. This is either charitably an homage,
Yeah,
right?
it's the
but-
new copying movie that
Well, it
Hollywood's
doesn't.
coming out with.
Yeah.
It comes nowhere close. You know what I mean?
plus other tropes, plus other
Of
hard
course,
tropes
yeah,
like
yeah.
the pizzicato violin when someone's looking at something disturbing and things like that.
Scary.
Yeah,
Too scary
creepy
for me.
crawly.
I don't like scary.
Silence of the Lambs rocks.
I could watch that
So
movie
hard.
every day.
I watch it whenever it's on.
Yeah,
That's
Like-
really good.
yeah. I have cable, so I just let
Yeah.
the TV decide what to put on.
I love that.
It's great.
I love being programmed too.
Yeah, because then you end up watching stuff that you just would never think to put on again.
Yeah,
Like watching 45 minutes of Phone Booth And then you're just hitting
Phone
people with
booth.
you're hitting people with phone booth references.
That's
And they're
like
like,
with-
"Wow, you must really like phone booth." I'm
Part
like,
where
"Wow."
Forrest Whitaker is like talking to him, and he's like, you know, a guy the other day he pulled out something we thought was a gun. We shot him. Turned out to be a little Bible.
Yeah,
was a
you
great
know,
part.
in the original the original script, it was called Toilet,
Really?
and it was all about
Yeah.
Colin Farrell's in a porta potty.
He was taking a shit.
It was Leslie Nielsen first.
It was
but then
actually
they-
it was called Speed 3 Toilet.
if one man stops shitting,
Yeah,
a bomb in a school goes off.
yeah. Keanu Reeves has a very thin turd. He's like, "I'm making my ass as tiny as I can."
bringing me coffee.
Yeah,
If I stop shitting, the bomb will go off.
yeah.
That's so funny. I
It's
haven't
not
seen the
that
Speed
funny.
movies.
It's pretty
in a while.
stupid. It's kind of paint by numbers joke.
Speed 3.
Well, the advantage
and
of
11
being on the
lazy
road
afternoon.
is for me is that the TV. You have a TV in a hotel, and so
There's
I could, like,
30 some odd channels.
But it's going to be a telly over there.
oh, in the UK.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I don't know where I'm staying.
and
Yet.
you're gonna have to plug it in a weird way.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
channel is going to be on the left side of the remote instead
Yeah.
of the right.
Really?
Volume on the other side.
There's gonna be nothing to watch but like period dramas and like bad game shows,
Mr. Bean.
improv-based game
I
shows.
think they have good game shows.
Do
That's
they?
my I like that. They have
They
like
have
8 out of
panel
10
shows
cats. They
with
have
like
their,
comedians.
their chat shows with comics. Those are good, I
Yeah.
think.
That's like
I
a
like them.
lane in comedy there where you can like just be like,
Yeah.
crush it on panel shows. Sam is like big on panel shows there now.
Maril?
Yeah,
Sam
Morril.
Morril.
Yeah.
No, you both looked at me in a way that indicates that it was a different
What if
Sam.
the queen got fucked?
Yeah, no. I think and they're always like under
Sam
the,
Hyde. Sam Hyde is big on the chat shows in the UK.
Yeah.
The
Are they
BBC
still
for-
having riots for like white people versus Muslim people?
They're
there?
so.
arresting. I don't know if they passed did they pass a law that lets them just arrest people for tweets, or are
No,
they
I
just
think
doing
it's
it?
it's
They've been
always
doing that.
been. Yeah.
But now they're just
not free
doing it.
speech. Yeah.
Yeah, they arrested some lady that's like I don't know. She tweets about Palestine,
Yeah.
and then like people. I mean, it's insane to me. I can't. I mean, I just look at Twitter and I don't have all of the context, but
That's
you
been
see-
happening.
You'll see people saying like, "This is a travesty," and as an American, I'm like, "Well, there has to be." It's like, yeah, she tweeted this, but she also one of the tweets we're not seeing. She said, "I'm going to kill the queen at 5 p.m. at this time." Something where it's like, okay, maybe there's a detail you're leaving out here, but I don't see that. And then you see all these people being like, "Well, then maybe you shouldn't tweet something that'll get you arrested."
They were
And
the
it's
first
like,
to
well,
really-
that argument works again. I could pass a law saying you're not allowed to wear a red shirt, and then if you get arrested, you say I should be able to wear a red shirt. And it's like, well, maybe just don't wear a red shirt. That's not an argument in favor of the law. You're just
Yeah.
saying don't
They're
do
just
the
saying
thing smugly.
that's what the law is.
Yeah,
so
right.
just accept it.
Yeah, I don't know. That's nuts.
They were the first to really go nuts with the surveillance state
Yeah.
and like cameras everywhere. They were the first to wire up all of London with CCTV.
Yeah. I remember that.
They knocked
And then
on
we
your
don't even
door.
do that here. It's just like Yemeni guys putting security cameras in bodegas.
Yeah.
And then the Houthis are kind of responsible for the New York surveillance state. A lot
Yeah,
of people
yeah.
don't realize that.
Yeah.
You ever do that? You ever go to your corner store and there's like fucking homicide detectives in there? And they're like,
because they have like CCTV set up.
yeah, and then you'll see that where the homicide detectives are just like, go back, go back.
They're looking at the sidewalk. Like, what
Yeah,
happened?
they're like watching the cameras. They're like, go back again.
I was in an Uber a couple months ago, and the guy had like a tablet, like one of those Samsung Galaxy, like, but it's just like a a newspaper size, and it was like an active like Zoom call between like 12 guys that were all like I think they're Yemeni guys, and they're all like whispering conversation or not even talking to each other. It was like the Brady Bunch, like squares, and then he gets like a message like right away, and then he maximizes just a camera from I guess his friend's deli, and it's just two girls buying a vape. But I assume like he was like, "Yo, check it out! There are two
There's
girls,
girls.
At my store. There's girls here."
Tap in. There are girls.
Yeah, yeah. So he was just like watching two girls like buying a like a vape or cigarettes or something.
Just like longing.
yeah,
looking
just
at
like oh, like how's
that rocks.
yeah. My girlfriend was like, "Are you fucking seeing this?"
Dude,
right now?"
so I was telling Nick before, like I worked at this day job for a couple of years recently where I was like selling equipment to like security system installers.
Oh, really?
And it was guys like they set up cameras and shit like that. And a guy took a shit in our parking lot. Like a guy just pulled in at like 4 o'clock in the morning, took a shit like right in front of our door. And but the guys at this place, they knew how to use all the equipment and shit
Yeah.
and like track it down. So we were able to like find it on the security footage, catch this guy in the act. See, he used his work van. So like his company name and phone number were on the van, and like we got in contact with this guy's boss.
Did you feel
through
like
a series of phone
detective?
calls. It was pretty awesome, and like I was pissed. It was pretty great, and it was also very funny at the same time. We like tracked this guy down and got him on the phone. It was like in a true crime podcast where like you get the actual like suspect on the phone or something. Like this is what we've been working toward the whole time.
My friend from high school is I think he was working as the manager of a gas station.
Yeah.
And there was a homeless guy living on the roof, and they were like, you can't let this guy live on the roof. He's like, he's crazy, dude. I don't want to. So he's like, dude, can you come down? And then the guy like spazzed out on him and then ran away.
Yeah.
I think he like assaulted him and then ran away. And he went to his car the next day, and there was just poop like on every single handle of his car.
A targeted attack.
Just from this guy.
It's like hobo code.
He
Like,
just
you have
now
to,
has beef with like with a hobo.
and you're gonna lose every
'Cause he's
time.
like- he
That
was
guy's
like-
got nothing to lose.
He was trying to be reasonable. He was like, dude, my boss he doesn't want you like living on the roof.
Oh, your boss. You listen to
Race
everything
war.
your boss says.
Race
pal.
war, race war.
Pussy.
He's just Charles Manson,
Yeah.
just throwing poop at you like a baboon.
Helter skelter. Those guys have nothing to lose, so you're going to lose that every time. You kind of have to offer them a trinket or something. If they won't leave, if they're on your roof, they won't leave. You got to offer them something.
Yeah, like you go around with doubloons and stuff for
Yeah.
homeless people.
Yeah, give them a
Ancient
galleon.
runes.
Ping.
Yeah.
Just toss them some coins, maybe a ruby.
Oh my God. I think Adam, is that our time? I think that's our time. Nick is. I think he's going number 3 right now. Did you ever use that?
I've never used number 3.
I tried to start that in high school. I was like, guys, we got to start calling jacking off number 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense.
It really didn't pick. Guys, start that in your group of friends. Everyone's
Number
gonna
3
think you're
merch
like,
available on the website.
yeah. Number 3 merch available. Go see Nick in Irvine. Go see me in London. Go see JP in Detroit. Thanks a lot for listening, guys. Ta ta.